The rain's not done with us yet, and while the worst of it is over, there are still several more hours to go. Here's what's new at 11. Tonight, the water is still flowing through the streets and parts of Brooklyn. The transit system tonight slowly but surely getting back on track, and the cleanup is only just beginning for so many people around the area. We're covering all of the angles tonight with our team of reporters, but we begin with Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg with the latest on the storm. Lee?
Okay, Sade, so this storm, this record-breaking rainstorm is winding down. We still have a soaking rain in Suffolk County, and the rain does linger until about midday, early afternoon tomorrow. It was the wettest day since Ida. It was the 6th wettest day on record in Central Park. And for the month now, the 2nd wettest September with over 14 inches of rain. Of course, the heaviest rain was for the eastern third of New Jersey into New York City, western Long Island, also the Hudson Valley and into Connecticut as well. Look at that, over 8.5 inches at JFK. That was the wettest day ever reported at JFK, but that was second to the amount we saw in Valley Stream, nearly over 9 inches of rain. Long Branch, nearly 8 inches. South Slope, Brooklyn at about 7, just below 7.5. New Rochelle, 6.5 inches, and Norwalk, nearly 5.5 inches. There are still flood advisories for the east end of Long Island and also Bergen County. That goes till just after midnight. We've also seen some flooding the Saddle River at Lodi, and briefly it'll go into some major flood stage and then recede into the morning hours. The Still River, the Housatonic, showing some flooding as well. Here's the good news. The flood watch has really been dropped, still for Suffolk County until about 6 in the morning. Coastal flood advisories, they're going to last into tomorrow with the high tide cycles, minor coastal flooding. We're cloudy and 61 right now, and there's that band of rain that's starting to break up over parts of Suffolk County because low pressure offshore, look at all the lightning strikes, that's starting to mature, and that'll pull the rain away. But for now, from East Hampton to Springs, still some heavy rain and still a good soaking there near Riverhead, but to the west, much lighter. So that will move away, but look how that low throws one more band of rain back tomorrow morning into midday so that we get wet with showers and maybe a moderate shower at times. And finally, the drying comes in later tomorrow. Additional amounts won't be enough to flood, but we could have a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch well off to the north and east. So the heavy band over Suffolk begins to weaken. We'll still have areas of rain tomorrow morning, and a couple could be moderate showers. River and coastal flooding is still a concern, and still some standing water and debris as you're traveling around into tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be rather cool, only hovering in the low 60s, but there's your late day break. Clearing after that, going to bring the 70s back and continue to dry out into the beginning of October. More on the 7 Day Accu with a forecast in a few minutes. Shade?
Boy, do we need that break after today. Okay, Lee, thank you. Well, right now, water is still flowing through the streets of Brooklyn. The Prospect Park Lake overflowing and making quite a mess. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim live with a big cleanup underway tonight. Stefan?
Well, Sade, just to state the obvious, but this is not normal. What you're looking at is the lake inside Prospect Park flowing outside Prospect Park. It rained today. It rained a lot today, and Brooklyn bore the brunt of it.
Gowanus today looked more like the Gowanus Canal. The streets flooded knee-high, school buses plowed through it, food delivery workers pedaled in it, but some got themselves stranded, and others found out the hard way. The best way to keep the water out of your car was to not drive into a lake.
The cars were floating around. I mean, they were literally like boats on wheels.
In Park Slope, cars drifted around like they were lost at sea.
Everybody was trying to navigate. Also, we're getting into deep spots, and then we're just kind of swerving around, and but it was insane.
Mother Nature took down dining sheds, filled basements, and it gushed out of Prospect Park. And then there was this in Prospect Heights.
It was more of a slow but surprising topple.
Weird sound, which I was trying to make out like what it was, and I could hear, and then I heard the branches first, and then the sort of smash that was really loud, and I was like, I don't even think I want to walk outside and see what that is.
It ripped up the sidewalk, crushed the top of this Nissan, and smashed 3 other parked cars across the street.
The tree was there, and then suddenly it disappeared. Trees don't normally just straight up disappear.
Now, by the way, it has been pouring into the street like this even hours after the rain has stopped. What a mess today. Reporting live in Brooklyn, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
You are right about that. Okay, Stefan, thank you. Well, tonight, the rail system still working to get back on track. Several subway lines suspended, rerouted, and delayed. The MTA warning beforehand there would be water. And there sure was. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger is live in Columbus Circle with that part of our coverage. Josh?
Sade, the MTA reports that this Herculean effort of wringing out the system is finally almost complete. Most subway lines are back running. There are still some delays, but things are slowly getting back to normal after a commuter day that rivals the worst anyone can remember. As if the commute wasn't bad enough on the Lexington Avenue IRT tonight, working stiffs packed like sardines on the few trains that were actually running.
I got on the train and then they said, everybody, this is the last stop.
Fully loaded 6 train with no warning forced everyone off. Its operator declaring this stop the end of the line.
They said it's going to be a while, so I'm exhausted. I need to get home.
It wasn't for lack of trying by the MTA after today's monsoon quickly overwhelmed the city's drainage capacity and sent millions of gallons of water cascading into the subway. And when all that water receded, this is what it left behind, meaning hours of work to get back on track.
This seems to be a regular occurrence in the era of climate change, and it really hits New York hard because we are so dependent on our mass transit system to move people.
And then there's Metro North, whose commuters spent more than 5 agonizing hours in a crowded Grand Central with all 3 of its lines blocked by flooding. 2 of them, the Harlem and New Haven lines, share the same section of track in the Mott Haven section of the Bronx, which today looked like this. The MTA has spent billions since Superstorm Sandy to make its systems more resilient. This area is on their list. They just haven't gotten to it yet.
We literally have put in a request for a federal grant to do work on this Mott Haven area of the Metro North system. So it's very timely. We are very well aware of this particular area of vulnerability. We've done a ton of work. We have more to go.
You know, there are ways this could have been worse for Metro North. First of all, Fridays after COVID are generally lighter commuter days. Also, the MTA does believe a fair number of Metro North customers just looked out the window this morning, saw the weather, and didn't even try to come to work. So they did have fewer people to get back up to points north. And by the time service was restored, Grand Central pretty much emptied out, and it was almost like it never happened. We're live on Columbus Circle tonight. Josh Heinecker, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Josh. LaGuardia Airport was hit hard today by the rain. Marine Terminal A was forced to shut down because it was flooded out for sure. Spirit and Frontier airline passengers waded through the water. Some frustrated flyers who had to depart from that terminal saying they were never notified of flight delays or cancellations. The terminal is now expected to reopen tomorrow morning, and all 3 of our airports are operating right now. At this point, delays are less than an hour. Now to Westchester, where floodwaters quickly rose in Mamaroneck and New Rochelle, and in Yonkers, residents have been dealing with the overflowing Sawmill River all day and into tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon is live with details. Sonia?
Sade, we're in a residential cul-de-sac near the Sprain Brook where the Yonkers Fire Department is pumping out basements tonight. Westchester County, with all its hills and valleys and rivers, has areas just like this that were once called 100-year flood zones, but intense rainfall like what we saw today is happening with regularity now, and a lot more often than that.
Water comes up real quick from the Bronx River, backs into the Sprain, and then unfortunately backs into this neighborhood, leaving 6, 7, 8 feet of water in these poor people's basements.
And to make matters worse, the power went out, so the pumps didn't kick in. They're working now, but since the water's receding so slowly, there's nowhere for it to go.
Water was in our basement, and it reached up to like the staircase level. All the electrical outlets were covered.
Across Yonkers, pumps and fire and public works crews have been working to divert water away from homes.
It's just about the amount of rain in that period of time into a system that was designed for weather as it existed 200 years ago, not weather for 2023.
Parkways like the Bronx River and Sawmill were underwater, and Central Avenue became a river.
A lot of cars stuck in the water today with people trapped. We made a lot of water rescues.
Here's the quiet, shut-down Sawmill River Parkway at Hurst Street tonight. Residents say Ida was worse, but this system that dumped 4 inches of rain was still pretty bad.
Maybe top 5.
But it's been increasing in frequency.
Yes, it has.
Neighbors say they've been begging elected leaders for help coming up with solutions and taking matters into their own hands.
Literally Monday, they finished this driveway. We put 2 8,000-gallon Caltex underneath this driveway, which are like, water capture devices. And you can't capture a whole river.
Now, there have been ideas floated, no pun intended, about building walls to protect communities like this from flooding. But those cost tens of millions of dollars, where storm damage might only cost a few million. But if the frequency of these intense rainstorms continues to increase like this, those expensive solutions might actually begin to sound cost-effective. Live tonight in Yonkers, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Sonia, you are right about that. Thank you. Well, today's storm also leaving roads on Long Island underwater and dangerous to get through. Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne has a look.
Some drivers in Oceanside didn't hesitate to drive right through the flooding waters. Others had second thoughts.
I don't even know if I could get through right now. She doesn't like it too much either.
I know, it's just too much. Yeah, see, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Are you gonna try to go through?
Yeah.
You sure? You think you should do that?
No, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The rain didn't relent the entire day. It just kept coming and coming. It snarled traffic all over the place. Businesses like this one in Woodbury tried to keep the water out for as long as possible. The high water was no match for some cars, but other drivers did not fare as well. Nassau County officials kept their eyes on the rising water all day.
We're monitoring our sewage treatment centers because obviously they're taking in a lot of water at this point. And there's reports of ponding on the roads, flooding. We're asking people to very much keep in mind that you could get stalled or stuck in the water. Probably not a good idea to go out on the roadways today.
This driver in Oceanside tried to get through the water, but it was just too much. You can see the car is now stalled there. Neighbors here in Oceanside say that this intersection, this area, has been a problem since Superstorm Sandy. And about a year and a half ago, officials here in Oceanside put in sort of catch basins around this area to help alleviate this type of flooding. But it shows you just how much rain we got today. In Oceanside, I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Parts of New Jersey also got walloped today. Governor Murphy declaring a state of emergency. Among the hardest hit, Hoboken. Lots of flooding there. In Monmouth County, many streets in Seabright were impassable. And some folks in the Essex County township of Fairfield had to be rescued from their cars.